Hi friends, I'm here once again at my favorite place, the magnificent Blue Lakes. I feel really blessed that I get to live and train out here in the mountains. UTMB is just 3 weeks away, but I wanted to take you back a little and give you some history as to how this all started, and wanted to share with you that I never really was a runner. I was a gymnast from the time I was 5 until the time I was 16, and then I discovered boys, so I quit gymnastics. And then really I only did maybe 5K races. When I was living and working in New York City, I would do corporate challenges. So running really was not a very big part of my life. I was always active and curious, but the state of wonder has always been a part of my life. And so I wanted to share that when I was 30 and my husband and I were starting to raise children, I said, I wonder if when I'm 40, I can run my first marathon. And at that time, 40 seemed super old because everyone around me that was 40 years old was old and, sitting on the couch and not very active. So I did it for the reason that I wanted to inspire my children that 40 is not old. And then when 40 came around, I did do my first marathon around the western rim of the Grand Canyon. And it was not easy because I didn't realize at that time that I had a really bad parasite called amoebiasis. So I nearly died in it, but I did finish. And so then when I was 40 and finished that marathon, I said, I wonder when I'm 50, now 50 seemed really old, if I can do my first Ironman. And an Ironman, I didn't really even know what it was. I knew it was a very long way and it was nearly impossible, but I set that as a goal and then just forgot about it. And then when my 50th year came around, I decided to do Ironman Wisconsin. And then from there I did do it, and I was so inspired. My son, who was young at that point, wrote me this beautiful note, and he said, Mom, I'm so proud of you for even attempting such a feat. And he sent this to me the night before the Ironman. He said, Mom, remember, in another world, you've already completed it. So then when I got into the swim of that Ironman, I nearly drowned because I was sort of in the middle front line and all these men swam over me. I literally was under the water hyperventilating, and I remembered my son John's words. And so I emerged from being underneath the water and then, nearly cried and just started to do the breaststroke until I got my composure back and then completed that. And so after that, I did 2 more Ironmans, and that pretty much set me on the journey of exploring ultra endurance events, not for racing, but just for the pure adventure of it all. And then when I was 52, I got this email from 4 Deserts that they were doing their one and only roving race in Madagascar. And my soul leapt out of me. I had no experience in ultra running whatsoever. And I said, you know what, my husband's favorite animal is the ringtail lemur, and they're only in Madagascar, and I really feel called to do this. So with no coach, no plan, I just was flying by the seat of my pants and went to Madagascar and had an amazing connected experience from athletes around the world. And although we were all suffering and starving, and I had blisters that were oozing with infection, so bad that I had to be put on a severe antibiotic, I finished that race. And the thing that I learned was that even though you're starving and you're wearing the same filthy clothes every day, I felt completely connected to the earth, to the people, and to everything. And so that's where I found that joy. And UTMB came about because literally I was sitting around the pool with my husband last summer with Aunt Mo, and I realized I had 15 points to throw my name in the hat to even apply for UTMB, never thinking that I would get in. And then I forgot about it. I threw my name in the hat, I submitted the application, and then as the universe works, we rented a cabin out here so I could live and train in the mountains. I'm also a trail guide, so to explore new areas, to take people on the adventure. And then I'm going going to be starting a video podcast once I live through UTMB. And then, January 7th or 8th, they released the names of the people that were accepted into the race. And lo and behold, there was my name. So be careful what you wish for, because it just may come to pass. So now we're just 3 weeks away from the start of the event. And for me, it's really about all these eternal moments of now. For all you young people that are following me, and thank you for joining me on the journey, you're never too young to start. And there are, for all the older people that are my age of 50, 60, 70 years old, it's never too late. I didn't start ultra running until 4 years ago. And no one could have ever told me that 4 years later I would be doing UTMB. And I've only done one 100-mile race. That's not a lot of experience, but I'm going to show up and be there in the present moment and enjoy the entire journey, and I look forward to taking you with me.